Hello, lovely people. I hope you all are well. I wanted to talk about something that is forbidden. There seems to be this unspoken law, these two unspoken law. Number one, thou shalt not be aware. And number two, thou shalt honor your parents. Now, before I do, I'm just going to bless myself. um, and I'm laughing, but this is actually really important when it comes to healing. And this is what I see where most people get stuck and why most people don't heal. Because they're too scared to acknowledge and to point at what really happened in their childhood and really accept that as the truth. Yeah? And one of the reasons why this unspoken rule gets programmed into you is because it was done over and over and over and over again. And so when people come to healing as an adult, they are terrified of really acknowledging what happened and pointing at the truth, which was they were emotionally wounded. Maybe they were emotionally abused, emotionally neglected, or whatever it is. As a child, you were not allowed to speak about it. You were not allowed to even be aware of that. So there was this emotional projection from your parents to suppress that awareness and to suppress that understanding that what they were doing was actually wrong, or it was abusive, or really hurtful to you as a child. And a lot of people, as an adult, when they come to this, because the abuse may not have been physical, and it was more sort of emotional, mind games, or maybe it could have just been criticism constantly putting you down. They, as an adult, they will see, oh, but they didn't know any better. Or I've heard people say, yeah, but they did the best that they could. Or it was for my own good. And basically, this is what you were programmed to believe. This is what you were programmed to think. And as a child, of course, you're not going to even dare to voice that or to point at that, because you are dependent on your parents to survive. And so, of course, you're going to shrink, you're going to hide your light, you're going to suppress that awareness, you're going to do everything that you can to survive. And I'm talking here emotionally. So you emotionally suppressed your own hurt and feeling, and took on your parents' projections and your parents' projected emotions in order to survive. And basically, as an adult, I see a lot of people minimize this and dismiss this, and this is why a lot of people don't heal. And until you can point at what really happened and really say, actually, yeah, that was abusive, that really hurt me as a child, you're not going to heal. And some people do this intellectually and then quickly dismiss the emotional hurt. And again, they wonder why they're not healing, or they can't really access the core or the depth of these wounds. And yeah, this is the forbidden rule. And when I say this, I'm not saying that for you to stay in blame, because staying in blame and really, projecting all of your hurts onto your parents, obviously that's not going to help you heal either. The whole point of this journey is about forgiveness. It's about taking emotional responsibility and accountability for your wounds. However, when it comes to healing, you have to put blame where it belongs. And you have to really look at and point out the truth. Because if you cannot accept the truth, not just mentally, because a lot of people accept it mentally but not emotionally, if you cannot accept it emotionally and really, voice the truth and say, yeah, actually this happened and this is how I felt, and actually that was abuse, you're not going to heal. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share. I see so many people kind of minimize and sort of dismiss this as, oh, they did the best that they could, they didn't know any better, and all of that. And sure, yeah, that may be the case. However, you're doing the healing. And when it comes to healing, you need to really acknowledge your wounds and how you felt, but also the truth of what happened. And there is this unspoken rule that parents, it's almost like parents are allowed to victimize the child. They are allowed to project onto the child. They are allowed to abuse the child, whether it's conscious or unconsciously, emotionally, mentally. However, the minute that we voice this and point at that, it's forbidden. It's not allowed, and then we get attacked and then saying that, you're bitter, you can't forgive, whatever it is that they accuse you of, especially much later on, as an adult, when you do come to your own healing. But yeah, this is so important. So if you have been really struggling to to see this basically and to acknowledge this, I'm giving you permission to acknowledge the truth. And like I said, this is not about projecting all your rage and anger at them, because that is not going to help you heal. But it's about pointing at that and saying, actually, yeah, that was, abuse. That was hurtful. And this is how I felt, and really putting blame where it belongs, so that once you acknowledge the truth and really accept it in your heart of what happened, then you can start your healing. I had to cut myself out there because I just went off on one. But anyway, what I'm saying here is stop closing your eyes to the truth and stop suppressing your knowing. I see so many people suppress their knowing, and really what you're scared of is feeling the truth of, not feeling loved, basically. Not feeling seen, not feeling important, not feeling acknowledged, not feeling hurt. And all of this is really you not feeling loved. That's all it is. And open your eyes to the truth and acknowledge the truth, not only mentally, but the real healing is emotionally. You have to feel this in your heart and accept it as the truth. And so I hope this helps. I am giving you permission to see the truth, to be aware of the truth and fully acknowledge that in your heart, and stop honoring your parents' wounding, basically. Stop honoring their projections, stop honoring abuse, and start honoring you. Start honoring, your soul and honoring your truth. So for those of you who need guidance, feel free to book a soul reading with me. Otherwise, if you are interested in some soulful coaching where I dive deep into these emotional wounds, feel free to contact me. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, you can comment below. Anyway, that is my heart message of the day. The last thing I'll say is I wish you courage and strength to really face and own these deep truths. Bye for now.